And hello, everyone. Again, welcome back. If you're here with us, we really appreciate it. I'm Dirk.
I'm Will.
And this is episode 4 of the White Chocolate Podcast. So all you people that said we'd never make it past our 3rd episode,
look at us now, baby.
You're wrong. We are smoking. We are going.
2 of you that like to listen.
We appreciate it, both of you. And we've paid you sufficiently. So
Yes,
please
we
keep
have.
the comments coming. Today we're going to start our podcast number 4 with a game. But before we get to the game, there were a couple of feedback items that we got from people in our notes. And by the way, I always like when I check on YouTube, and I will admit to incessantly checking because I'm excited about our podcast.
Right.
And I always like seeing, like, you got a new comment.
Mhm.
So one of the things that I notice on there is that, first of all, your family comments a lot more than my family does. So you win that game. You win the better family game.
That's not okay to say.
But on top of that, there are always good comments. So some of the things, one comment that actually did come from a friend of mine was that I suck at the match game.
Mm.
And I know you had complaints about how bad I was at the match
Wait,
game.
I suck at?
No,
or you
they
suck?
said I did.
You won. You killed.
But I think they meant me guessing. This is one of my
Oh.
former roommates from college named Jerry, and Jerry sent me a message saying that I was terrible at the match
You
game
are.
because I never guessed the right answer. Apparently, you and Jerry should be friends because you guys would get 3 every time.
Jerry, my man.
So, Mr. Jerry. So that's one feedback. Also, I'm embarrassed to admit this.
No, you're not.
I don't know who won the final college basketball game.
Okay.
Would you tell me?
UConn.
Okay. So, and they were ahead, I think, when I noticed. But the second place team, SDSU, all initials, San Diego State University.
Yeah, why did
Now-
you say it like that?
Because, I'll tell you why, Will.
Oh, boy, here we go.
Because my aunt
Uh-huh.
has gotten into the world of genealogy and researching and finding family. And I think it's through that she found some family who live in California.
Okay.
And apparently San Diego State University is their local, and maybe one of them, I think, graduated from there. I'm not sure if I have that right. But my understanding is they were displeased through some textual messages that I ruled out San Diego State just because of their initials. So as they progressed and got to the final dance, the last dance,
Okay.
Save
the last dance for me.
the last dance. The fact that they got to the last dance, they enjoyed immensely the fact that I, of course,
You were
ruled
wrong,
them out.
of course.
So
I would just like to point out that in my bracket, I picked San Diego State to upset Alabama, for those of you that know what I'm talking about. Dirk didn't.
So
but
now
I
you're
did.
trying to win over my family as well.
I'd like to.
You already
yes.
have the best family. We've established
That's
that.
not. Stop saying that.
Okay. Well, I don't know. But anyway, so shout out to my family in California who
Absolutely.
apparently is very excited to rub it in
Mm-hmm.
that their alma mater progressed nicely. And even if they did lose in the finals to UConn, that's still an amazing run.
Awesome.
So
That is
good for all the initialed groups that I've previously ruled out. Also, we'd like to honor a very special lady on our podcast. This is a wonderful lady who I think you're very familiar with. You might even call her Mamo. Your Mamo put a comment,
Mother dearest.
Mother Dearest, that she won the pricing game
She did.
when we played Counting Costs.
beat both of us.
And apparently came in with some...
It was low. It was a low. Now, I don't remember the exact number, but it was much lower than what I had or what
in the
you had.
ballpark of
I
under
believe
20
under
bucks.
20, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And your dad vouched for that.
Yes.
Did not cheat.
Nope. No cheating.
Your mom wouldn't cheat anyway.
No, she
but
wouldn't.
the point is...
I mean, no, she wouldn't.
Okay. So the point... that wasn't me.
I was
that was
joking.
him.
Oh,
That was
my
me.
gosh. Here we go.
I got to try to win over your mom. But anyway, so your mom is queen in this case, of the Counting Cost game.
Yes.
So we needed
Yep.
to point
Mop
that out
us up with it.
as well. So we just want to get some of those things straight. Also, I believe you said it was your grandmother. I had written rotten for rotten eggs when we were playing the match game.
Okay.
And the way I wrote my T's, I put 2 stems with 1 cross,
One line
and it was
through.
right against the E.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there was a comment about that I had spelled rotten wrong.
Mm.
I feel a little petty about this now, but I didn't want her to think I was an idiot.
Yeah.
So I actually kind of blew up the picture and showed like that I had done that.
Oh my gosh.
Just be,
so, that's
listen.
so lame.
Well, I didn't want. It wasn't that I wanted to be right. It was just that I didn't want her to think I was an idiot.
Well,
it's important to me that she doesn't think I'm an idiot.
Okay, well, you're not an idiot.
But I'm just trying to live up to the example that your family sets.
Okay, here we go. Let's just move on.
Might be family envy.
Whatever.
So anyway, those are just a couple things that people reached out about. If I left anybody's comments out, please forgive me. We try to remember them and include them each time. So there's our little opening bit on the episode 4, which is yet to be named. So
we'll figure it out.
Yeah, as we go through today, if you hear something that would be our podcast 4 name. All right, so our first game we're going to play today is Everybody Has a Price.
That they do.
Okay. This is another game that we came up with where it stems from coming up with things that are uncomfortable to do, maybe gross to do. And a
little bit of both.
Yeah, would you do this? No, well, for $10, for $100? Yeah, maybe, everybody has a price. And I think it was who came up with the Everybody Has a Price? Where did we steal that from?
Ted DiBiase.
Ted DiBiase, the $1 Million Man. For those of you that are wrestling fans, none of you.
All zero.
All zero of you, other than Will and I, who are wrestling fans. But Ted DiBiase said every man has
Everybody has a price.
So that game is about finding out, or this game is about finding out what our price is to do certain things. So we each have come up with 3 things that we think the other person might struggle to do. Some could be because it's embarrassing. Some could be because it's gross. Some could be. And I started off rather tame, more funny than gross.
Okay.
And, as we play this game in the future, if people like it, maybe we'll come up with, harder and harder to accomplish feats. But I feel like I gave you. Would you like to go first, or shall I?
I can go first.
All right. Pleased to be presenting. Pleased to be presenting me with.
This is not too bad, but I know.
Me?
I think you would struggle with this.
Okay.
You're in a park.
Outside.
Beautiful day.
Like today.
It was gorgeous. Young woman sitting on a bench.
I don't like where it's going already. Anytime it has to do with young women.
No, all right.
I'm increasingly more uncomfortable.
Middle-aged woman sitting on a bench.
The woman is the factor, but go
ahead. You have a pair of scissors. How much would it take to go behind and just trim a chunk of hair off?
Okay. All right.
Not terrible, but also not
like
great.
A lock or a chunk?
I mean,
in excess of 3 inches.
Yeah.
And not like one hair.
No, I mean like you have the scissors, hold the end, snip, and move along.
And snip and run.
Snip and run. The old snip and run.
Famed in song and movies. This would be difficult because I feel like women's hair much more important to them than men's hair.
1,000,000%.
Generally speaking.
Absolutely. That's why I felt like it had to be a woman.
Understood.
Men, I feel like would be
also takes longer to grow back.
And uneven. You have to get the rest of it cut.
Correct. Or they'd have to trim it all to that short.
They don't want to do that.
And what is your first offer?
I'm gonna give you $50 to do it.
Not a chance. There's not.
Really?
You don't even have enough zeros.
Really?
Yes, because first of all,
you got your hats on.
I can't run very fast.
Okay.
So any woman, provided she's less of a runner than me, unless she would be able to catch me and hurt me, or attempt to hurt me, I couldn't escape. Now,
I'll give you $500.
I was negotiating closer to 3 zeros.
Wow.
Because I don't want you're defacing someone or deharing
$750. That's the best I'm doing.
$750.
Snip and go.
Do I have a getaway? Like a bicycle, a moped, something faster than running?
Sure.
How many inches? 3?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have to be...
Fine.
You don't have to...
$750.
$750. It costs $750.
Yes, I don't like that.
I don't...
Because
who does?
Well, it's permanent.
Right.
I mean,
why would anybody like that?
Yeah, I don't like that.
I don't like it either.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, $750.
Okay.
Sold.
Deal. Done. We're going to a park tomorrow.
I had a feeling you were going to say that. All right. For your first one.
Free.
You're in a park.
Oh.
Free.
Imagine that.
There's a young woman.
I don't like this.
Okay. Well, that's what you did to me.
I know, but I don't like it.
Okay, it doesn't matter who. You're walking along a New York City street. Strangers. But it's New York City. Okay? Most New Yorkers.
Dirk.
Okay? You're going to... Is one of mine New York? Is this a cosmic connection?
My next one, I was going to lead with you're on a New York City street on the Heavenly Lord. I swear I was going to say it.
Okay. Well, how about this?
No,
you're walking through San Francisco.
Oh, that's better.
Okay. You're in Key West, Florida. Key West. A lot of partying going on there.
Okay.
How much would it cost for you to walk up behind a person of my choice? We're standing there together. I go, that's the person right there. And give them a dry willy. Now, we all know the wet willy is licking your finger in the person's ear.
Can I tell you, if somebody does that to me, I have to fight them.
I know.
I don't like that.
I know you don't. And so that's one of the
dry
reasons why
better.
I picked it. Dry would be better.
I feel like I wouldn't do the wet willy to somebody because I know how much I hate that. So dry...
Well, you would, because everybody has a price.
That's true.
But how much for a dry willy, which is slightly less offensive? Just to walk up and doink.
And I don't have to leave it in there or do anything.
Maybe a second. Just a little wiggle.
I don't like the wiggle.
Okay, fine. Just doink and then out. You don't even have to say... No, maybe you should say doink. That could be a strategy. Like, doink.
Okay.
I'll offer you $100.
Deal.
Okay.
I don't need that much of it.
Okay.
I would honestly...
What if it was a big guy? What if it was a muscle-bound?
Would have much easier time doing that to a guy than I would... It would cost more if it was a girl.
How about a child?
Free.
Really?
I'm kidding. No, it's weird.
Harder for a child?
Yeah. Child, and much easier for me to do that to a dude than a girl. Because I feel...
Elderly. Grandmother.
That would be tough. I wouldn't like that. I don't feel like.
Elderly man?
Still wouldn't like that.
Okay. Elderly is the problem.
I feel like that's...
So middle-aged is easiest?
Yeah.
Not child, not elderly?
Yeah.
Okay. Fair deal.
I would do that for...
How cheaply could I have gotten that?
Maybe $10.
Really?
Yeah, that would... It took me to give me a Big Mac or something.
All right.
Or
maybe even a Little Mac.
Could have been.
Okay.
My buddy Mac.
I'm sorry. Yeah, he coaches with you, right?
Well, he used to.
Used to. Okay.
All
right, go for it.
Your next one.
Okay.
You are on...
Wait, let me guess. A New York City street?
No, the streets of Seattle, Washington.
Ooh, rainy.
Yeah.
Do I have an umbrella?
You use an... I've never seen you have an umbrella in your life.
I don't ever carry an umbrella.
Okay, I was going to say, even when it's raining. You're on a crowded street. You see somebody spit out their gum. Let that sink in for a minute.
I just want to know how bad it's going to get from here.
Not terrible.
Okay.
You have to go over how much to pick that gum out that was spit out, chewed by somebody else, and pick it up off the ground to chew.
I have to chew it.
You have to chew it.
Okay, well, that's the point.
Yeah.
The picking it up, throwing it away.
Not a big deal.
No. I have to put it in my mouth.
Unfortunately.
Chew it.
It's not appealing.
Do I see who the person is? Or it's just...
Yeah, you see who it is.
Okay.
You see who it is.
Okay.
We both do. And then I say, hey, that's the piece right there.
Okay.
That's the guy.
You get to pick?
That's the ticket.
So are you going to pick somebody with, like, rotten teeth?
I'm telling you, I'm pick.
All right. Go ahead.
I'll give you $200 to do that. That's good money for that.
You think?
That's good money for that.
In your mouth? I mean, it could be all kinds of itises.
Yeah, I don't want to talk.
Yeah. I was thinking a little bit more than double that. I was thinking $500.
$500.
Because you don't know. Like, that could, like, bodily fluid transfer.
Could lead to something.
You're into the whole
sure.
HIV situation or the
$500. I was not expecting that to be that much for you.
Yeah, I'm not a germphobe per se. We've talked about this before at school, and I'm embarrassed to admit I'm a filthy, dirty human being. I'm not really.
I am much more of a germaphobe than you are.
Correct. But I'm not a hand washer. I'm not I touch kids' instruments all the day, like when they bring their clarinet and the spits come in. Like, I don't.
I'm just the opposite, where I keep lotion with me at my desk because I wash my hands so much they get so dry.
Yeah, no, I'm not like that at all. Yeah, I would say, well, I forget where we left it. I would say 500.
Okay. I really didn't. I thought it was going to be
cheaper.
A couple. Yeah, I thought you
only
would do it
because
for
there could be lifelong,
You're right.
illness.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep.
So, all right, here's your next one. You are walking through the non-existent Lake Forest Mall in its hopping days.
R.I.P.
Hopping days. I mean, didn't the last store just close?
Yeah,
I think I heard that.
Well, was that last Friday, maybe?
I'm not sure. So Macy's, right, or something. I think I heard it on the radio.
The whole mall is down.
Yeah. So let's say it was hopping back in the 80s when malls were the thing.
Okay.
And there's was there a food court in that mall? Okay. Hopping food court. Full, jammed full.
Popping, if you will.
Popping. Hopping.
Mm-hmm. All the ends.
You have to walk up to another person in the food court after we've seen them drink out of their drink. And you just have to pick up their drink, and you don't have to use the straw if you're using a straw.
So much better for me. Okay.
Okay, but their cup doesn't have a straw. They just have a cup like this.
Okay.
And you don't notice where their mouth was exactly.
Oh.
This is similar to gum.
Yeah,
I feel like it's easier than gum, except for you don't like germs.
Yeah.
It's very simple. Watch how simple this is. Watch.
Yeah, I see it. Okay. So I'm going to tell you right away, the fact that I don't have to use the same straw,
right,
to me, for some reason, makes that easier. Even though I'm sure it doesn't matter.
I will start with,
in my mind, it makes it easier.
$100.
I think I would do that for $100.
Okay.
I'm so serious. Like if we were in a mall and you showed me $100 and said, take a sip, I would just take a sip and leave.
I feel like you're cheaper to get to do things.
Those first two things.
Both my offers, or maybe I just picked easier ones for you.
I think mine may be a little more extreme.
Yeah, Dry Willy and the drinking.
Dry Willy, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I might have a tougher time with the Dry Willy.
Sorry, I was just looking at my third one.
Oh gosh.
Okay, go ahead.
I feel like I might have a tougher time with the Dry Willy than I would the drink, even though I don't like germs.
Yeah, I figured you didn't like the Dry Willy, no germs.
Correct, which is why I said easier for me.
More uncomfortable, but less germy.
Sure.
Okay. All right, what's my third one? Did yours get progressively worse?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, go ahead.
I'm deciding between two in my head right now. Betwixt, if you will.
Yeah, I will.
I bet you will. How much would it cost?
Okay. Here it comes. Get ready at home.
For you to... It's not. I'm not going to do that to you.
You can.
No, because your family.
By the way, those people. No, I'm not. I have nothing to hide.
It's not anything to hide. It's just they're going to be mad at your answer. So I'm going to ask a different question.
Listen.
No, you listen.
You're right. Sorry, I didn't mean to tell you what to do. Controversy is what generates buzz on a show.
Yeah,
people love controversy.
Fine. Getting rid of your dog.
Getting rid of my dog?
Yep. Offing your dog.
Okay.
Not offing. No. Okay. That was that.
Right, wow.
No.
Okay.
No,
all right. That's a totally different
question. That sounded terrible.
Yeah, that's a totally different question.
Yeah.
Just giving her to a. Can we specify? Is it the pound?
I'm picking where the dog goes.
That's easy because you would never pick a bad place.
Yeah, you're right. All right, fine.
It would have to go to the pound.
Yeah.
And then because I don't have control.
Yeah,
that's fair.
Yeah,
that would be a fair way to do it.
Because I would never let anything happen to the dog. I did not mean offing the dog.
I know. I know. No, I know what you meant. Off with the dog.
Oh, that sounded so bad.
I know you wouldn't. Yeah. Okay. So here's the thing. We just went away on a trip not that long ago.
Yep.
Dog was boarded for the first time for 10 days. She had never been boarded for that long.
It's terrible.
9 days.
Whatever.
They do a daily report card. They send us pictures. It's the best.
Love that. That's awesome.
And she was thrilled, happy, looked happy in every picture. She ate great. They said she did great. But when we went to pick her up, only person she wanted to pay time to was me.
I knew she loves you.
She licks. I'm not a germ, but she'll lick my entire face if I let her.
Mm-hmm.
But she doesn't do it to anybody else in the house. I'm not sure what that means in doggy language. I'm her person.
You are her person.
So
you
the fact that she has picked me would make it harder for me to get rid of her.
And she's not going to a pound where she's going to get that treatment every day.
Correct. And I don't know where now, the fact that she's a golden retriever
helps
because she's not going to get euthanized. Somebody's going to take her.
Correct.
But I wouldn't have any control over her, and I would miss her. I missed her greatly by the third day we were away. Like, literally by the third day. My wife missed her, but it took her longer. I was missing her on the way down. I suckered my wife into dropping the dog off because I didn't want to be there to watch them lead her away.
That's tough. So when you take her, you have to drop her off at the pound in this situation. And I'm going to start at $500.
Okay. No, let me think. I don't have a number yet. I just wanted to say okay to be funny. I feel like this is just emotional pain. There's nothing disgusting.
No,
I would miss her. There's nothing. I know she'd be safe.
You think she will? I'm kidding.
Can I get 1,000?
If that's what it's going to cost,
I think I would.
$750. No, $8.
No. Here's the thing.
No.
Here's the thing. I've got a lot of money invested in this dog.
You do. $1,000. What if I offered you $850 and you didn't have to drop her off?
Much better.
Your wife.
Much better.
Take the dog.
$850 and my wife.
Okay. Deal.
Does the pound get to keep my wife too?
That's terrible.
Just kidding, honey. But she doesn't. I don't even know if she listens.
No.
Because my family's not as good as yours. So, all right. Here's my last one for you.
Okay.
Allowing an animal expert, like a zookeeper kind of a person, somebody who knows. You know, you're in a science lab or someplace.
Oh gosh.
To place a.
It better be something.
I'm sorry, Kevin Hart.
It better be something that I'm not going to freak out about.
No, Jimmy. No, that's not happening, Jimmy. Yep. A tarantula on your hand for 30 seconds. You just hold it out.
Oh, I know how it works. Don't do the finger thing.
Okay. 30 seconds. You can use two hands. They just has to sit there.
My family knows how much.
You don't like spiders.
I don't like bugs in general.
Okay. You are an animal lover.
For sure.
But just not in the arachnophobia.
I don't want them to be near me. I like to look at them from afar.
Not all animals.
No, I mean bugs. Like bugs and spiders.
Understood.
Spiders should not be hairy.
Okay.
Number one.
Okay.
That freaks me out.
It is a weird thing. Granted.
The sheer size also freaks me out.
Okay.
I'm assuming since it's with a zookeeper, zoo specialist, zoologist, that it is defanged and could not hurt me.
Let's go with that.
You tell me.
Well, I don't know if they are typically, but if they aren't, I mean, I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Well, that's going to...
like on the Jimmy Fallon show, the clip we saw with Kevin Hart, that was a tarantula. But if they are defanged, that was the dude that was Irwin's son, Steve Irwin's son.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's defanged or not. What if you didn't know?
It costs a lot.
Okay. I'll make you an offer of $500. No.
I don't like it.
Well, I wouldn't like giving my dog up, but you only offered me $500. $850. Same offer as giving up my dog. 30 seconds. That's literally...
That's a good... Okay. Listen, when you put it like that, that's a lot of money for 30 seconds. Even the 5, when I really think about it, is a lot of money for 30 seconds.
Yeah, 500, 30 seconds. The segment has gone 15 minutes. So 30 seconds, like nothing.
I will take it.
500?
I will do it for 5.
All right.
I think my wife would kill me if I didn't.
For 500?
Yeah, just bring $500 home for 30 seconds. She would be like, "Why? What are you doing?"
But you don't have to tell her you made the 500.
That's true. That's a good point. I would do it. Yeah, I think I would do it for 5.
500?
500, 30 seconds. I hate that, though.
So we've summarized that you will dry willy for 10 or 20 bucks.
Yeah.
That's what you said. You will drink after another person for
100.
Okay. And you will allow an animal expert for 500, put a tarantula for 30
Oh,
seconds.
It just sounds terrible. But
and
yeah.
then for me, mine were what? Sorry to put you on the spot.
No, you're good. What did I ask you? Snip the
hair.
Snip the hair.
And what did I go with?
That was $750.
Yeah, it was a lot.
If
I had to get away.
If you had to get away.
Yeah. $750.
The dog, your pup was
$850
$850, but your wife $1,000 if it was you.
To.
And the chewing gum off the street was $750 or $850 as well. I believe.
I feel like I have a price there in the upper hundreds.
Yeah,
I'm not a cheap date.
You are not a
those
cheap
of
date,
you at home, those of you that comment, both of you,
all two of you,
all in Will's family, would you guys please?
Not true.
No, it's not entirely true. Would you all please write in the comments any of those topics that we just did and let us know what your price would be? Are we way off?
I think.
What are we not thinking of?
My aunt would do
this Pennsylvania aunt?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
She would do the spider thing probably for.
But she's also.
Yeah, but she's just also tougher.
She worked in the field of natural resources and
something
DNR,
like that.
Right?
Yeah.
DNR. Was that what they call it in Pennsylvania? I don't know what they call it. In Maryland, it's DNR, Department of Natural Resources.
I guess, yeah.
Anyway, but she's a woodsy person. She's a very, very cool. Very cool. That's the one that took you hiking and stuff, right? Yep. Very cool. Very cool. All right. Well, that's our first segment. Ran a little long, maybe 16, 17 minutes. Let's go into segment 2, which is going to be songs about me. Now, Will didn't want me to do this segment.
About me?
Sorry, songs about you?
About you.
No, it's about me. It's about me. This is kind of a funny story that happened a little while ago. So I like to, in my spare time, do a little woodworking.
Mm-hmm.
My dad was good at building things, and over the years, working with wood is something that I enjoy. It gives me a chance to be creative. So I've decided lately that I'm going to start making little wooden signs. I thought, okay, I'm going to get some pallet wood. That seems to be what's in style now. People making things out of pallet wood. And I'm going to create little signs with little sayings like everybody seems to like to decorate their house with these days. By the way, we're coming to you again from BLG Studios, Basement Studios in Dalesville. Mm-hmm. Studio 1. We're back to Studio 1 this week.
Studio 1.
And so I thought, well, maybe I'll try to make some of these. It'll be fun. It's a hobby. If I can make a few bucks to fund the hobby, then even if I break even, it gives me something to do that doesn't cost me anything that I have fun with. Mm-hmm. And then, long story short, we ended up getting one of those newfangled Cricut machines, thanks to your mama-in-law who had told us about them. And so I've been playing around with making signs and designs and having a lot of fun. So I was out in the garage and I had some plywood and I was cutting some strips of plywood. I was breaking down pallets and I was using a table saw. Now, I don't mean to insult anyone's intelligence, but for people that don't know what a table saw is, essentially it is its name. It's a table, and then the saw blade comes up out of the table. So you have your platform, and the saw blade comes up like this to cut, and then you slide the wood across it to cut your pieces. Well, it moves at a rapid clip. Yeah, it's high RPM.
There you go.
And I have been using table saws and woodworking stuff since I was a kid, since my dad taught me. So, 40 plus years. And I was being very careful. I had on, some safety equipment, but I'm working in my garage. It was cold and dry, so my hands were kind of dry. So I was running the wood across the saw. And before anybody gets weird here, I didn't cut anything.
No.
So I didn't lose it. I still have 10.
10 digits.
So I'm pushing the wood across, and I'm making several repeated cuts. I push the wood across, grab the board, set it out of the way, bring the wood back, make another cut. I'm just trimming the same amount off of each board because I'm making rips of the same width. And unfortunately, as I pushed one board through the saw, I went to reach for it, to grab it. My hand looks really big in the camera when I reach forward like that. And I went to lift it up, and because my hands were dry, it slipped out of my hand. I just didn't have the grip.
So no gloves doing this?
No, you don't wear gloves when you work with a saw.
Okay.
Because any of that fabric that can get caught in the blade would rip your hand in farther.
Makes sense.
So you use a push stick.
Okay.
To push it through, but once it's past it, I don't have a large outfeed table, which is where the wood goes after it. So I can't just push it off without it falling on the floor.
Right.
So I reach in, I grab it, I lifted it up to bring it back to set it off to the side in my pile. And when I did, it slipped out of my hand and unfortunately landed on the blade, which spins towards you from the work surface. You're pushing it into the blade, cutting towards you.
Yep.
So, of course, it kicks that piece of wood, and it's about a 12-inch square piece of wood and maybe half-inch thick plywood. Not a very heavy piece of wood, but it
moving that fast, though. Yeah,
at a ridiculous clip, and hit me about, I would say, 6 inches to the right of my navel in the stomach. Now, I am a large guy. I do have a lot of extra padding there, but it immediately felt like I had been hit by a fastball or a line drive off a bat in the gut.
Right.
Didn't knock the wind out of me. Board fell on the floor.
You felt it.
Oh, I felt it. Maybe took a half step back, just like, wow, that was an impact.
Yeah.
Bent down, turned off the table saw, picked up the piece of wood, laid it aside, and just stood there, stood up for a second, and took inventory.
Get your bearings.
First thing I said, my aunt will be proud of me and my mom for this, was thank you, Lord, that didn't hit me in the face.
Right.
If it would have come up and hit me in the face, I'd have been out.
Yeah.
And nobody else was home at the time.
That's
my
scary.
wife was out with the kids.
Right.
So I would have been laying there in a pool of my own blood until somebody came home. And I went, thank you, God, for not letting that kick up and hit me in the eye or in the face or in the, I had glasses on, of course, but I didn't wear a face shield.
That wasn't going to protect you from your,
no, not from that thrust. Right. And so I walked over, got a drink of my beverage, took about 30 seconds. There's a long story in this, but ever since I was a kid, my dad always taught me I always talk about my dad. My mom taught me a lot too, but my dad was hard as a dad. He was always hard on me. And his hard lesson was you handle the situation first, you deal with the emotion later. Because especially in an emergency. Now that's paid off a lot in my life.
Sure.
But when you're young and you're learning that lesson, it always felt like he was just being cruel.
Right.
But we'd had motorcycles and I would have an accident. Get up, stop crying, pick up your motorcycle, get up. And I always thought, I'm 7 and I'm hurt. And shouldn't you be crying for it? Shouldn't you be like pampering me? But throughout my life, I've noticed certain times where something serious had happened and I handle it before I react.
Yep.
So I walk over to the workbench. I get a drink. I'm standing there and I'm like, I should probably look at this, but I didn't want to.
Of course not.
It hurts.
Yes.
And I'm looking down at the floor. I don't see any blood, which is a good sign.
A good sign right away.
Bend over, lift up my shirt a little bit, and there is an indentation, probably 2 inches by a half an inch. What happened was when the board hit, it hit on the corner, but it hit flat.
Okay.
But it was thrown into me such that
hard.
It was immediately blue right around the cut. And so I thought, this is not good.
Yeah.
Not good. But I was only bleeding just a teeny bit. It was literally a compression hit. It wasn't a cut.
Wow. Yeah.
And I thought, wow, okay, I got pretty darn lucky.
Yeah, for the circumstances, yeah.
Cleaned it up, a little blood here, put a little bandage on it, wiped it off, kept going, just finished up what I was doing. Woke up the next morning. Happened to glance at myself in the mirror.
Sure.
And noticed that area now had a bruise, I would say probably 6 inches in diameter.
Not the same color as you normally are.
No. And when I say blue, I'm talking ink blue. I'm talking dyed blue.
I wish I knew, but yeah.
So.
I'm sorry.
No,
your
it's
time.
okay.
It's your time.
No, I wasn't thinking about that.
No,
all
I
those
could
pictures
see.
I sent you were wasted.
I could see. I was kidding.
But it was not good. Now, I let it go because I'm a typical guy, right? I don't want to go, or maybe typical anybody. I don't want to go to the doctor.
Right.
It's a bruise. Yep. It's going to be fine. By the second day, the area had sufficiently spread.
Okay.
Now we're talking maybe a foot in diameter. And it was getting darker and bluer and bluer and bluer. And I thought the impact, still weeping a little bit.
Yeah.
Still had a bandage on it. And not good.
Yeah.
To fast forward the story, and by the way, for those of you who are squeamish, I plan to put up not a very revealing, it's not grotesque, but just to prove to you how bad this got. Finally, my wife said to me, it had spread almost from my navel all the way around to like the side, my side.
You got to go.
And it was probably 8 to 10 inches tall. I remember. It was huge.
Yeah.
And so my wife said, look, you got to go to the ER. And I said, I don't want to go.
Right.
Well, we have a friend.
I don't want
to go. It's like I'm 7 again. I don't want to go.
My son.
And she's like, well, we got this trip coming up. We were getting ready to take a vacation.
Sure.
And, you know, I don't want you to have trouble with it. And my only worry was if I could have been still bleeding internally.
Okay.
Because the area kept spreading.
Right.
And this is now 3-4 days later. And I'm thinking, do I have some internal bleeding going on? And there was a place right where it happened that was hard as a brick. It was like somebody dropped a river stone down in there. So we have a friend who's a nurse, and she's actually a nurse practitioner, and she works in maternity and delivery, but hey, nurse is a nurse.
Right.
So I called her and I said, can I send you a couple pictures? Would you? She's like, well, I'm coming right by your house on my way home. I'll stop by. I said, that's even better. A house call.
Yep. You know? And see him in person.
And she is not an alarmist because she works around injuries and hurt people all the time. She's not, you know, she doesn't go, oh my, you know, she doesn't freak out. So I'm like, I said, if Kelly thinks I have to go, I'll go.
Yeah.
But if she says no, then you have to. Kelly walks in. Hey, how you doing? I give her a hug. I said, yeah, this is what happened. And she goes, let me see. And I lift my shirt and I show her the area that was injured. And she immediately goes,
you knew.
Right away, the gasp.
Going.
Right away.
Gotta go.
Doesn't even, like, mask it, could you?
Right.
You know?
Help me out a little bit.
And she goes, oh, Dirk. And I'm like, oh.
Yep.
And she's like, do you mind if I, and I was like, no. So she puts her hand and she's feeling around and she goes, it's not really warm, so I don't think there's an infection or anything, but that's crazy. She goes, I'm thinking,
you got a chance. You got a shot here.
She's like, I don't know. I don't know. And then the little
you knew right away.
Left
with
and right.
Yep.
And I'm like, and my wife's like,
yeah, she wants it.
She's waiting.
She
can't wait to send me to the doctor.
Yeah.
She wants to inconvenience me. She loves it. She was like, you'll see that again.
Oh, I bet.
She wants me to go.
Right.
No, I'm just kidding. No. She just wants me to be safe.
Sure.
So she finally says, you got to go.
Yeah.
I would ER that. That was her terminology. I guess that's how they say it in hospital talk. She goes, I would ER that. She said, because if you go to an urgent care.
I'm going to start using that, by the way.
Yeah. She said, if you go to urgent care, they're not going to have the ability to look inside. And they're just going to send you to the ER anyway. So just go to the ER.
It's a wasted trip.
Now, I will tell you that the ER where we live, I've been there several times for myself and my kids through their lifetime, you know. And I love our ER. I know most people complain about their hospital in their local town, and our hospital doesn't get great ratings necessarily, but I have always had the nicest people. Now, part of it is maybe because I go in there with a nice attitude.
Could be.
Like I go in, yes, ma'am. Hi, how are you? Thank you for helping me. Like I'm always kind to people. I try to be. Not always kind to people, but I'm always kind to those people. And I had the same experience again. I went in there. I said, this is what happened. Even when I broke my ankle, I walked in there and the people were nice. Yeah. But I walked in and I said, this is what happened. Okay, have a seat. We'll get you triaged in a minute. They called me into the triage. I explained to the lady what happened. She looked at it. She goes, let me call over to the, I don't know what they called it, rapid something ER. And she goes, let me call. No, this was good.
Oh, okay.
She said, because you don't really need tests or anything. You don't need blood work or anything. She goes, you just probably need a scan. And I'm like, exactly. Yep. She's like, well, we have a separate little rapid emergency room. And she's like, let me call the doctor and see if you would qualify. Picks up the phone. Hi, doc, so-and-so. I have a guy. And she explains. Yep. She goes, just come with me. You don't have to let's just walk right over there. She walked me right over to the urgent care. There were like 3 or 4 people in the room. It was the best. I had a doctor, young doctor, who reminded me of Pete Buttigieg.
Okay.
The guy, Mayor Pete. Young guy, you know, well, I don't know, like Pete's kind of young. Young guy, short, had the hairdo the same way. Very nice, very pale, looked like he hadn't been outside in 2 years. But very, very friendly guy. Hey, what's up? What happened? Oh, man, that's a good one. You know, let me see. Okay. He goes, oh, wow, that's a good one. Oh, okay. He said, let's get a sonogram? Sonogram, I think. Okay. MRI, sonogram? I don't know. Anyway, it was through a donut. I had to go through the donut. Not the sealed one.
I don't like that.
I don't know if I could do one of those. Yeah, I don't like that. I guess this is MRI. Yeah. But anyway, it was through like an open one. Even that, with the arms up over your head, when it gets to the point where they're like, don't move, and my face is close to things. I
don't like that. Stop.
We've talked about how I don't like my arms restrained. I don't think I could stand being in handcuffs for that reason. If I ever got arrested, I don't. So went through that. He came back. He goes, nope, there's nothing. He goes, CAT scan maybe? Was it? I don't remember. And I said, well, what does that look like exactly? He goes, well, come over here to the computer. I'll show you. So he takes me behind the little desk, back to his little workstation, and pulls up pictures of me. And I could see like slices of me. You know how they, look down at you from above.
Yeah.
Basically, it just slices you. He's like, here are your kidneys. Here's your this. Here's your that. See all this white stuff? That's all that blood mass. That's all that. And I said, okay, and what is this? There was like an inner wall, which was cool. He's like, yeah, that's like the abdominal cavity. He said, and see, there's nothing inside there. So that way we know it's not internal bleeding. It's just a hematoma, which is like, doctor speak for bruise, I guess.
Right.
You go to school, you get a degree, you think you got to talk in fancy words. So he basically sent me home. He said, it's going to take 6 weeks and you're going to see a whole rainbow of colors.
6 weeks.
So at some point here, maybe right here, I'll show you the picture. I'll drop it in of the worst bruise part, and you can take a look. So if you notice there in the picture, you can see it started from that one point of impact and just spread to all over,
to everywhere
pretty much. And what I didn't know was they said just gravity makes blood spread even when you have that injury. So standing up while we teach, it would have drained down. Laying on my side when I sleep, it drains to the side.
Understood.
So they said it's not unusual for a bruise to grow like that because of gravity. Just the blood reacts to gravity, same as everything else. So needless to say now, I don't know how far after we are, maybe 2 months. I have a minor hard spot there still that's healing, but the bruise has all gone away, which is wonderful. But I guess...
Back to your normal shade?
Yeah, suffice to say, off-white. Suffice to say, that's it. But scary nonetheless. And I could hear my dad in my ear going, "You dummy! Why didn't you do?" I'm sure there's something I could have done differently.
Handled it well, though.
Yes, and I went to get it checked out, which was the responsible thing to do. That nobody loves to go to the hospital. No. But let me tell you this: I was in and out of the ER.
Let me guess.
Okay.
Hour 15.
70 minutes.
That was 10. Darn close.
Yeah, you went again. 5 minutes. Yeah, 70 minutes because of the rapid. Every other time I go there, it's been about 4 hours to get in and out of the ER.
Wow.
But
the rapid,
like when I had chlorine in my eye, that was a 4-hour visit. You didn't know about that?
No.
Okay. Liquid bleach right in the eye.
That's not okay.
And had to have they put a contact on with a hose and they put saline and it rinsed my eye out for like 20 minutes at a time. That was uncomfortable.
That sounds
cold.
Terrible.
It was cold. Really weird. Anyway, so that's our segment 2. Feel like it was a pretty boring story, but it was it was significant.
Yeah,
it scared me.
Absolutely.
And when I flipped over the piece of wood, the huge gouge out of the bottom of the piece of wood, I couldn't even use it. I had to throw it away.
Oof. I'm sorry to hear that.
It's worse.
The worst part of the story.
Anyway. All right. Well, that's my songs about me for today.
Loved it.
So,
I mean, I don't love it, but I know what you mean.
If any of you ever cut yourself with it, no. If any of you ever had a funny it's a funny injury because nothing serious happened.
Sure.
But if any of you had a injury that you suffered or an emergency room funny story, please feel free to throw it in the comments.
Always share.
Or
Always
something
share.
that happens, and we'll try to read it in the future. The next segment. We decided what we were going to call our segments before we ever started the podcast. Yeah. And as I said earlier, we came up with like 40 different ideas.
Yep.
And some we may rule out as time goes on. But this one I love. We like trivia. Both of us like trivia.
Yes.
We like asking each other questions. So for this segment, we decided we were going to call it, we were trying to come up with titles.
We were, for a while.
A long while. And we wrote down
several. And
then we tried to narrow it down.
We did.
But I could not get past calling it Faux Shizzle, My Quizzle.
Absolutely.
And understanding, my wife's like, "Are you know what the," and I was like, "Yes, but we're using Quizzle."
Yeah.
So we're going to try to ask questions based on trivia, and we're going to see how well we do at answering said questions. We're going to answer the same questions on our whiteboards, and we are going to see who can do the best.
We already know it's going to be you, but
I don't even think that's true.
You are such a liar.
I am not going to.
We're playing this because you want to win a game.
You think I'm stacking the games in my favor?
No, because I win them normally. But shut up.
Okay. I don't know what these are about. This is on Trivia Well. website.
Believe you.
Picked a random website.
Okay.
And they do not show me the answers until I click show answer.
Okay.
Okay.
Show me the answer before.
You want me to show you the answer?
I want you to show me so I can get all the answers right.
Okay. I will show you. The first one is 7.5.
Okay.
So write that down. All right. And I don't think I should rule out any questions.
Okay.
We're just going to go in order. And if I have no clue or you have no clue,
I'm going to say I have no clue.
Okay. I'm going to tell you I have no clue on the first one. It is a TV show related question. Which university does Sheldon, Howard, and Raj work at in The Big Bang Theory? I do not watch the show. I am familiar with it. I'm hoping it's not a fictitious or a fictional one.
I don't even know where they are in the show. So
I don't either.
Okay.
All right. Harvard, NYU. Okay. Correct answer, audience?
Harvard. Yeah,
they're right. It was Caltech.
Oh.
Is that a real college?
Sure.
My people in San Diego. Shout out to San Diego. Am I right, ladies?
0 for 1.
0 for 1 for me.
This is going to be just a butt whooping for me in terms of
I don't think so.
Me not knowing any of these answers.
Okay, so here's my problem.
There's a problem?
All right, here we go.
It's always got to be a problem.
Yvonne van Gennep.
Good old
Yvonne van Gennep won 3 gold medals in speed skating. This is a sports question. That's not fair. You're going to know it.
Stop it.
Yvonne, that's Yvonne, van Gennep, won 3 gold medals in speed skating at the 1988 Calgary Olympics.
Okay.
For what country? 1988. Calgary Olympics. So I'm guessing the guess here would be based on Yvonne van Gennep.
Yeah, I would think so.
I'm going to write down my country. Seems to be revealing. Sweden. I picked Austria. Let's click on the answer is the Netherlands.
All right. It's going well.
They might as well have said the Netherlands because neither of us got that one right. See what I did there?
So corny.
You are going to need a bigger boat. You're going to need a bigger boat was a line made famous in which movie? I feel like this is...
I don't know this. Should I know this?
Maybe.
Okay. I think I have an idea, but I don't know if this is right. Please don't judge me.
I feel like most of the audience... I'm rewriting this because I don't want your grandmother to think I spelled it wrong.
Okay.
Okay, you ready?
Let me see yours first so I know how bad it is.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Jaws. Okay. Very good. All right. So that's a point each.
All right. I'll put my little tally mark down here.
That's 3 questions. Would you keep track of just how many questions?
Sure.
That's 3, right?
Okay. Yep.
All right. You're going to need it because that's the one where he sees the shark bite on you're going to need a bigger boat.
Gotcha.
All right. You can find the...
What?
You're going to know this, and I'm going to look like an idiot.
I don't like when you say that because then when I don't know it, it makes me look stupid.
I know that.
So please stop saying that.
Okay.
You are just doing it on purpose.
I will take it back.
Mm.
I'm going to take it back.
Okay.
You can find the Grand Teton National Park in which U.S. state? Grand Tetons National Park.
I actually don't...
Grand Tetons in which U.S. state? You know who knows this?
My aunt?
Aunt Mary. Sorry, Aunt Mary.
Whoa. I don't know what just happened with that last letter. Let's try that again. Okay.
All right, what do you got? Okay, we both said Wyoming, and the correct answer is Wyoming.
Okay.
All right. I'm so glad I knew that. I didn't
2-2.
think I did. All right. Yankee Stadium. Sports question. Yankee Stadium. It's like, do you have anything to do with TriviaWell.com?
Oh my gosh.
Yankee Stadium is known as the house that which famous player built? Okay. Hey, between the two of us, we have
go.
The house that Ruth built. Babe Ruth is the answer. So
all right, 3-3.
And how many questions?
6.
That is 6.
That was
we're
6.
up to 6. Okay, so question 7. No way.
What?
X-Men First Class is what number installment in the X-Men series?
Oh, come on.
Can't believe you don't know this.
I don't.
I took a guess. Correct answer? 5th.
Okay. Does it tell you the order on there?
It does not.
Oh. Well, I know in 1, 2, 3, X-Men 3's Last Stand, I think. I don't know what 4 is.
I don't either.
All right, doesn't matter.
All right.
That's 7? Well, I believe that's 7.
Okay, so this is 8?
Yeah.
Okay, question number 8. With which club did Diego Maradona make his professional soccer debut? We need Poppy for this.
Yeah, we do.
We need Senor Geraldo.
Need,
With which club did Diego Maradona make his professional soccer debut? I say that? In honor of our coworker, I'll say
Colombia.
Because I don't know. Let's see. What was yours? Real Madrid?
Yes.
Correct answer? Argentinos Juniors.
I would not have gotten that.
Yeah, I have no idea. Question 9.
Mm.
With which Russian spacecraft did the Space Shuttle Atlantis dock in 1995? Which Russian space... We should find some easier trivia questions for next time.
This is not fair.
With what Russian spacecraft did the Space Shuttle Atlantis dock in 1995? All this proves is that we really...
No.
Sputnik the Third is what I went with there.
Perfect.
Couldn't have been the first one.
Nope.
The Mir. Oh, I should have known that. I remember the Mir.
You should have known that.
I think I remember the Mir space station. I don't think I knew that the Mir space station was the Russian one.
All right.
But anyway, question, was that 9 or 10?
Next point wins.
Are we 3-3?
Yeah.
Wow, I don't like that. I mean,
you're going to win. You win trivia when we play all the time.
With what process do living creatures make more of themselves?
I'm sorry?
Yeah. With what process do living creatures make more of themselves? Okay, I think I got it.
What do you mean you have it?
I think I understand.
Living creatures make more of themselves.
I hope I have it. With what process do living creatures make more of themselves?
I have no idea. Am I supposed to know this, do you think?
I think it's easier than it sounds. If I'm right.
Do I?
I have 2 answers.
I okay.
But I don't know which one I should go with. I think I'm going with the one that I have a star next to, and I'm putting in parentheses the first one I thought of. Okay. First I thought procreation.
Okay.
But then I changed it. I'm going to go with reproduction.
Okay.
And let me see what the answer is. Reproduction.
Okay.
So we both got it.
All right.
4-4.
So we have to go another one, or are we done?
I don't know.
Let's call it a tie.
Okay, we can call it a tie on the first one.
Okay, I win.
All right. Tie goes to the runner. And you can run much better than I can. Therefore, you win. I don't feel like that's very satisfying.
It's not.
Should we flip a coin?
No.
I'm thinking of a number. No, I'm just kidding. All right, well, we tied that time. How did you guys do?
Probably better than we did.
Anybody, what's the highest? Just in the comments, give us how many you got right. That's all. Just tell us how many you got right.
4. It's got to be better than 4. 4 is pretty.
What do you think they would have gotten right? There's a couple tough questions in there.
Yeah, you're right. Maybe.
I don't know. We'll see if they're so smart. Maybe they should do the podcast.
Maybe.
Yeah. I mean, I don't mean that. It sounds kind of bitter, but
seriously. You are kind of bitter.
All right. Well, that was the first edition of Faux Shizzle, Mike Whistle, which ended in a tie. We'll try to keep that going in the future, so we can keep a record of who does what.
Yep.
All right. Last one. This is the one I think you've been looking forward to. We're at the 40-minute mark, so we're doing good.
Doing great.
Actually, I forgot to start it right away again. I'm going to need your help on future podcasts.
Okay.
And we're still looking for a title, by the way. So.
Okay.
It's going to be Pictionary.
Oh, gosh.
Our own version of Pictionary. So we're going to be using our boards again to draw.
I'm so bad at drawing.
Pictures.
I'm just letting you all know now. Please don't
Now
come after me for drawing.
Now, here's the thing. I can't know my words ahead of time. You can't know your words ahead of time. But here's how it's going to work. We found a website which will generate random words for Pictionary. I think I just hit my microphone. Sorry about that. And, pardon me. And so we will just let the website generate.
I got to go to the website, sorry.
The word we're looking for. And you will get points if the other person can guess what you drew. So we'll get like maybe 15 seconds to try to draw our picture without guessing. We'll reveal it to the camera, and then you'll get to guess what my picture is.
Okay.
3 quick guesses.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
Okay.
No questions, no adjustments.
Nope.
Nothing. If you get it on the first guess, point. Second, do we want to do multiple points or just 1 point? If you get it, 3 chances for 1 point.
I think you get on the first
2 points.
2 points. You get it on either the second or the third.
Or do we want to just do 2 guesses? 3 guesses?
3 guesses.
2 for the first one, 1 for each other.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Shall I go first?
You shall, because for some reason my generator is not coming up.
Your generator. Will you give me the 15 seconds and fill time?
Ready.
Okay.
I got a lot of, squares. A lot of lines. 6, 5, 4.
Done.
Didn't even need the full 15 seconds.
Didn't need it.
Gosh.
You're going to get it right away.
Okay, I would hope so.
I'm going to reveal my picture to the camera.
Okay.
And please to be guessing.
I guess a door.
That's 2 points for me.
Okay. That was not bad.
Thank you. I'm going to keep my 2 points on the back. All right. You generate your own?
Okay.
And I'm not, by the way, I'm not generating to give myself extra thought time. So I'm waiting. I'm still on door. In other words, I'm not going to look at it and think about what I have to do.
Oh, okay. I don't. Good?
Yes.
Here we go.
A 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4. Maybe what we should do is drop in some music through here. That'll give it up to 8 seconds. Drop in a little music while you're drawing. I know Will was nervous about this because he didn't feel like he was good at it. 13 seconds. 14 and 15. All right. Let's see. Pleased to be flipping around. That would be a tree.
That's a tree.
Tree.
That's it.
All day long.
That's 2 points.
2 points. All right. All right.
It's a tree.
It's a tree, Bob. No problem. And you said on the other games that I never tried to guess yours, but I do. I try to guess yours.
You don't try to guess my
I do.
3-point
We're
answer.
both trying to guess. We're trying our best.
I'm trying a little harder than you're trying.
Well, you're just better at it than
That's
me. Right,
not
Jerry?
true.
Right, Jerry? That's right. I'm calling you out.
All right.
Here we go. Next
15
one.
seconds?
Yep, go.
Well, you go.
Okay.
You're the one that has to draw. I don't know how much longer you need. Gosh. 10 seconds left. 8, 7, 6. A lot of squiggles on there. I'm not sure where this is going. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. It's an elephant?
That is an elephant.
Okay. Looks good.
Thank you.
Looks
2 points
good.
for elephant. I was going to add other legs in here, in between, but you timed me out.
It was an anteater at first, I thought.
So that's what I was worried about.
Okay.
I tried to draw the ears bigger, but that was
that's for a 15-second elephant. That's pretty good.
Okay,
way better than what I could do.
All right.
By far.
I am not. I know you say you're not. I've never been a good artist or draw when it comes to drawing.
Yeah, I'm terrible.
Okay.
Okay. You tell me when so I can hit the button?
I think you can go now.
Okay.
Go.
Okay.
Again. 13. We're going to count down this time.
Okay.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, cinco, cuatro, tres, dos, uno. And time is up. Those are mountains.
Those are mountains.
They're mountains.
They're not great
Wait,
mountains.
Could you hold those up again? Just for a second.
No.
Okay.
Why do you want to see my mountains again?
I don't need to.
Why do you want to see them?
I just the snow caps.
The snow.
Yeah,
I was just letting you
the
know.
Snow caps. I like that, but it also could be a really bad set of doggy teeth. Like just like I wouldn't want to be bitten by those mountains. That's all.
Why? Why are you on my mountains, man? Leave my mountains alone.
I'm sorry. They were. Hey, they're good enough for 2 points.
They are good enough for 2 points. 4-4.
All right, 4-4.
All right, here we
If
go.
we tie again, we're gonna have to make the game harder somehow next time. Maybe you only get. Oh no, one guess wouldn't matter. We've gotten one guess.
Okay.
All right,
one and done.
Go. All right, I'm ready when you are.
And go.
Okay.
15, 14, 13, 12, 11. I'm just kidding. A lot of up and down over there. Left, right, side to side. Big circle. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Is that it?
1. I was trying to give you a little more time if you need it.
No, that's okay.
That's a rabbit.
It is. It is.
Why does he have a pacifier in his mouth?
He does, and I was trying to draw like the little, how they have the little.
Gotcha.
Isn't it sort of like a little? It's almost like a cat nose, right? It's like one of those kind of, except maybe it's the other way. I don't know. I can't.
You're asking the wrong person.
All
right?
right. So 2 points, 5 and 6. All right.
All right.
It was bunny. I assume bunny counts for
That's
rabbit.
yeah.
Same. Okay. All right.
All right.
I'm ready.
If you're gonna make me do this, it's gonna
Here we
land
go.
on something terrible. I know. Okay.
And go. So one of the things that we need to do then is figure out a way to make this so that some of the things are a little harder. I am one easy on the website generator, so 10 seconds. So maybe we just need to pick a harder one. And if you all have, well, I guess this would be too difficult to send in suggestions for, but you're always welcome to send in suggestions in the comments. 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and we're done. Reveal. Please to be chimney.
Lock it in, baby.
All right, 6 to 6.
Easy money.
Well, I don't know. See, now
Look at us.
We're gonna have to figure out a way to make the game more difficult next time.
What am I new to tally marks here? What am I doing here?
I don't know.
There we go.
You just keep putting them
in a row.
Kind of defeats the purpose.
That is.
Because then you got to count them all. Do you want to do one more round just to see, or do you think we quit here? We've gone about 9 minutes, so
we can try more.
One more. All right, here we go. You know what? I'm going to put mine up to medium.
Okay.
Okay. Are we using the same website? If we're using random word generator,
Pictionary gen. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Same thing.
All right. So I'm going to crank mine up to medium.
Okay.
Here we go. Okay. Got it. Please to be giving me a time.
Ready. Go. A little more nervous this time. Not gonna lie to you. I don't want the word to be like something crazy. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What the heck are you drawing over there with all this squiggles? Frying pan.
Absolutely.
Okay. Just making sure. Just had to make sure.
All right.
That's 100% a frying pan.
That's 8. All right. So I'm going to try my best to give you 8.
We good?
I'm good.
Oh, dear God.
I like it when you start like that, but you also... Oh, and go. I like it when you start like that, but then I also worry because I feel like... for some reason...
This is so bad.
10 seconds left. I feel like you're setting me up to like get excited that maybe you'll have trouble with it, but 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1, and pleased to be revealing. That is a jellyfish.
Okay. I mean,
okay.
If you say so.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. It's either that or a ladybug that's been ripped in half. Or the top of a Big Mac.
I hit my mic. I'm sorry.
That's okay. All right, well, we're both pretty good at Pictionary, apparently.
I don't know about that. But...
Okay, well, people at home, let us know how you did. Let us know which of our drawings were were good for you and which ones needed some improvement.
I was not expecting to
do well.
Get all 8 out
I think you did amazingly well.
I think both of us did.
So I'm very pleased with that. All right, very good. And our final segment today is the news miscues.
Oh, yes.
And today we have a story, and I'll read you the title from our story. This is Man Busted for Slapping Girlfriend in Face with Slice of Pizza.
You hate to hear that.
Now, whenever you order pizza,
yeah,
people always say, "What do you like on your pizza?" I've never heard of a girl's face being ordered on pizza. I like pepperoni and girl's face.
Yes.
Nobody puts girl's face on pizza.
Not a single
except
person.
This guy.
This man.
Cops say. Okay. It's alleged, of course.
Of course.
Yeah. Say it with me. A Florida man. Florida man slapped his girlfriend in the face with a slice of pizza during an argument in their residence, according to cops who reported that the alleged crime scene was sauce splattered. I'm going to be putting a picture of this gentleman up right here so that everybody can take a look at him. There he is. Police were dispatched Friday afternoon to a residence in Marion County, Florida, in response to a 911 hang-up. So apparently someone called 911, then hung up, and as we all know, the police don't just ignore that. They show up.
They show up to your house.
Upon arriving at the home, officers encountered Ortelio Alfonso. That's a good name.
That's a strong name.
Ortelio, maybe. It's Ortelio. Ortelio.
Ortelio.
Ortelio Alfonso. I think that's Fernando's brother-in-law.
Gotcha.
Might be.
Nice.
Ortelio, he'll never watch this.
No.
Zero chance.
Less than that.
Yeah. Ortelio Alfonso, 39, who said he had a, quote, verbal altercation with the victim, according to probable cause affidavit. The woman, however, said the dispute turned violent.
Saucy.
I don't like, nor do you, I know, domestic violence.
Absolutely not.
I feel like there is a stage at which perhaps drug and or alcohol infused people behave stupidly, and in this case nobody was seriously hurt, and it was obviously just stupidity, hopefully not a pattern. But anyway, Why? According to the woman, the dispute turned violent, telling officers that Alfonso, quote, grabbed a slice of pizza and slapped her. Be a professional, get a running start. Grabbed a slice of pizza and slapped her in the left side of her face with it. The woman said the couple had been arguing about the disciplining of their son. So it came from a family argument, and he just...
How was that? I thought you grabbed first. Yeah.
Or with a slice of pizza. A cop noted that the woman... A cop noted that the woman had pizza sauce all over her shirt and the, quote, remnants of pizza in her hair and ear area. Ear area, not in her ear.
Her ear.
Her ear area. Her area,
Mm.
for lack of a better term. Additionally, the officer reported, quote, I observed there to be pizza sauce on the walls and the ceiling of the kitchen area, which further corroborated the victim's statement. Saucy walls, saucy ceiling.
Guilty.
All over the place.
Just guilty.
Just a sauce fest.
Just
makes me wonder what pizza that was, because if there's that much sauce,
a lot of sauce.
It's probably good pizza.
Not too much sauce
could be, but
could harm a pizza.
Could, but I don't know. It's a lot of sauce.
It's a lot of sauce.
After being handcuffed and read his rights, Alfonso reportedly admitted striking the victim with a slice of pizza in the face, adding that he threw the pizza and did not physically strike the victim with his hands, just with the pizza. So it wasn't like a slap. It was like a
fling.
Right.
And that's what caused all the splatter.
That could be a high velocity splatter. Now, when they went in, do you think there was even a second where they thought it could have been blood? Because I would affect splattered stuff until you look at it.
Yeah, I don't know. That's
maybe you could have suspected blood.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Lord.
Pictured above, which I already showed the audience, Alfonso was arrested on a misdemeanor battery count and booked into the county jail from which he was released Saturday. Alfonso, who works for a landscaping firm. I find that interesting. And lives in an Ocala suburb, is scheduled for arraignment on March 29th. So that's the pizza crime.
I hope he does his time.
The fact that they charged him with a misdemeanor makes me think they did not charge him with domestic battery.
Agree.
Because I think that's a felony. I'm not sure, but I think it is. Depending on the state, obviously. But I feel like they gave him the biggest break they could have given him.
Quite a saucy situation.
And yes, and if she was, that's a pretty cheesy joke. If she was not that injured or not injured at all, it was more of a humiliation thing, then maybe that's it. But if she's injured, he should definitely cough up the dough.
Agreed.
To have her. He should deliver it. Right. Okay. Why don't we end here at the 57-minute mark? Actually, it's a little bit longer because, like I say, I always forget to start the timer. So we're just over an hour. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for. What's our episode name? We didn't come up with it. Should we come up with a saucy situation?
I like that one the best.
A saucy situation. So that is episode 4, a saucy situation.
Saucy situation.
And Will and I thank you very much for listening.
Absolutely.
And giving us a click for a like. And don't forget to ring that bell.
Oh, what are you looking at over there?
That was just a little bell when you ring the bell.
Okay.
And if you want to email us, again, our email address, wcpod1@gmail.com. Feel free to send us an email or leave us comments in the notes. And like I said, click the thumbs up and the bell, and you'll know whenever we send one out. Spread the word to your family. Our first video is over 200 views now, which is really amazing. We had no idea whether it would be more than Will and I watching our videos.
Right.
So thank you for everybody that's spreading the word. We're not trying to get famous. We just want to spread the joy, and it's fun to do this for people. So we hope you like it. And thank you. One of the nicest comments I got, I won't say from who, was just, we look forward to, like, people are actually looking for it at 5 o'clock on Fridays.
It was me.
And they said we love ending the week with you guys, making us laugh. And that's why we're doing it.
That's cool.
That makes me so happy.
Yep.
So thank you very much, and we will see you next time.
See you.